Good evening. I hope you are enjoying these videos. We had recently discussed numerical order, production order, and the machete order, or as I call them, the Frodo order, the King Elrond order, and the Bilbo Baggins order. Tonight we're going to talk about the Gandalf order. It's similar to the Bilbo Baggins order, but slightly different. This means we start with the Fellowship of the Ring, and then go to the flashback sequence where we watch the three Hobbit films, An Unexpected Journey, The Desolation of Smaug, The Battle of the Five Armies, and then we flash forward to the Two Towers, and then finish with Return of the King. And I have to admit, this is a good one. Because, first of all, the surprises from Fellowship of the Ring are kept intact, such as when everyone is celebrating Bilbo Baggins' party, and then the horsemen approach, or when Gandalf finds out that Saruman has betrayed everyone, or when after narrowly escaping the horsemen, Frodo wakes up in the world of King Elrond. This approach actually switches the focus to Gandalf. We start with his role in the Fellowship of the Ring, where he senses trouble in Middle-earth and then finds out that his master has betrayed everyone. Then he leads the expedition to destroy the ring, and of course he meets a tragic but still heroic death. Then when we go into the flashback sequence, it's all the more powerful because as we're seeing Gandalf's life before his death in Fellowship of the Ring, we are contemplating and thinking about his death during the whole three-film flashback. This makes Gandalf's return and resurrection in the Two Towers all the more powerful and dramatic. And certainly in Return of the King he's able to defeat Saruman, and even when he is defeated by the Witch King and loses his magic, he still offers his sword-fighting ability in this quest to destroy the ring. So this approach keeps the surprises from Fellowship of the Ring intact. It gives us more time to focus on Gandalf's death. His resurrection is also all the more powerful. And this approach requires very little mental juggling, because we're only seeing one film before the flashback sequence, and we're also ending at the end of the story. So this approach is a real winner. I'm going to give this one 9 out of 10. Now, what are the disadvantages of the Gandalf order? Shockingly few, actually. The only two faults it has is if you compare it to the slightly better Bilbo order. That is, instead of going back to only one film after the Hobbit films, which have a superior cinematography, we have to go back to two films that have a lesser cinematography. Obviously, for two films, Middle-earth will look less magical and mystical. And the events don't match up quite as well in the end, such as when Frodo says Bilbo's story was now over, there would be no more journeys for him save one. But that's interesting that the only two disadvantages of the Gandalf approach are only visible if you compare them to the slightly better Bilbo order. The Gandalf order gives us a lot to appreciate, and I'm giving it 9 out of 10. The Gandalf approach is a real winner. Okay, thank you. We'll talk again soon. До свидания.